So let's go ahead and bring Josh in from Dark Below. Josh, how are you?
Hey, doing good. How you guys?
Very good. And so, welcome to the show. And this is going to be the opportunity where not a lot of people know about Dark Below yet. And we're getting ready to spread the word on Dark Below. So, to begin with, take us from the born date of Dark Below to where we're at now, kind of the evolution of Dark Below to where we're at now.
Oh man, well, Dark Below started from a Craigslist post I made a really long time ago. We're talking like 2010 or 11, something like that. Uh, and yeah, we it was just me and our original drummer. Started from that. We were originally called Down Phase. It didn't have a meaning or anything. It was just like I don't know, just came up with something. And but when we did our first EP with Malcolm Springer, he told me he was like, "Listen, man, the band name sucks, so you gotta come up with something else." And he had said something to me at one point. He was like, "You know, man, it's like you write some pretty dark stuff, but you just don't look like that kind of guy." So that was kind of where the Dark Below idea came from. But that was years ago. We so it's still the original bassist and I. He joined the band like 2012. So we're still original members. We've got our drummer Quinn. He's been with us since 2017. Um, and really, the stuff that we're putting out now, I know you guys played our last couple singles, which we really appreciate. Those are kind of like our first, like, I don't know, I guess we would consider like serious releases. So, that stuff we all worked on starting like 2021 in Nashville with our producer we've had forever, Jason Schrick, and then Malcolm Springer. So, yeah, so the stuff we got out now, we're just trying to, get it out there. Thankfully, we got guys like you playing it for us. So, that's kind of where we are now. We're just this music that we've been working on the last couple of years, just finally getting it out there.
So, Jared, do you want to ask that question?
Yeah. So in researching like for the show tonight, I went on YouTube here and I looked y'all up and the song came up, but it says it was posted 7 years ago. Is that right? So is this like we doing a re-release or is it a different song completely?
So it's kind of a re-release of that older song. It's an updated version of that one basically, because I mean when we released that thing a long time ago, not really anyone ever heard it. And when we went back into the studio, we wrote all new songs, but that was the one song that I told him. I was like, man, that was the first song I ever really wrote that I really liked. And I said I'd like us to take another crack at it because it was the same group of people that had worked on it originally for the most part, but there were just a few things we wanted to change. And we got a lot of different people that give us input on which singles and stuff we should use, and that was the one. They were like, I think this should be the next one, and I was kind of surprised, but yeah, it is kind of an updated version of that song that is out there now on YouTube.
Is it updated in the sense of just like a higher quality of the recording, or did you move some of the parts of the song around as well?
Honestly, the song isn't drastically different. We've changed the verses a little bit. There's a couple parts that are a little different, a couple pieces that have been added in, but it's not dramatically different from
Okay.
that.
Yeah. The reason other than seeing it on YouTube too, my band and I have talked about that before. We've got music that we released almost around the same time that never got a proper, we just kind of put it up on Spotify and then that was the end of it. And we've talked about doing some of the older stuff with a better, recording and shit like that. So I can relate to wanting to polish something up that you didn't feel got justice served, the first time around.
Yeah, that's definitely how it was for Make Believe. It was, if you listen to them back to back after they come out, you'll definitely be able to tell the differences. But yeah, it wasn't one that I thought that would be chosen as a single, but a lot of people liked it, so I'm glad, and hopefully more people will get to hear it.
Hell yeah!
And where are you guys? What do you call home?
I guess home is technically Columbia, Missouri. That's kind of like our base. It's central Missouri. That's where we were out of. Two of the guys live there. I actually live like in the middle of nowhere in a little just BFE town, and that's where I'm from. But Columbia is kind of our home base.
Gotcha. So when Ed reached out to us and was asking about getting you guys on the show, I don't know if he sent me the video.
Mhm.
Are we allowed to play it yet?
I don't know. I I think it's supposed to come out in like a week, but
Right.
I'm not positive.
No, that's why I was asking. I didn't even put two and two together until I started putting the show together. I'm like, oh crap, this doesn't come out for a week. But he sent me the video. Are we allowed to play it, or so? I was just curious.
Nobody actually told me that. I don't think so, but I'm not positive.
I got you. So tell me, what are the plans going forward from the release of the new single to what's next for you guys?
I mean, our plan mostly is just to play as many shows as we can. We've been around a long time, and it feels like there was a lot of years where we didn't really do much, but now we're to the point. I think we got a lot of good people in our corner. We got a good plan in place, and the plan right now is just release these singles and get out and play as many shows as we possibly can. So right now we're just trying to book a lot of stuff and just get out there and play to more people and play in more places.
And what does your release schedule look like? When can we expect? Obviously, the next single doesn't come out for another week, but do you have a schedule set yet for future releases? And where are you going to play?
So as far as the next one after this, I think we're kind of trying to do like every 4 months, something like that. So I'm thinking, we might be looking at another one, maybe September, October, something like that. As far as where we're looking at playing, I know, I think we're kind of looking at a lot of places more in the South right now. We actually had a band meeting earlier, and our manager Jason was telling us there's like 17 different markets that they've picked out that they're going to try to get us into, because those are places that are playing us, and it's places like you guys. There's a lot of them in the South, so definitely going to be getting down to the South a lot, and hopefully be in your all's neck of the woods.
Sweet.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
they'll be in their neck of the woods.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely not mine, and definitely not
definitely
yours.
won't be in my neck of the woods.
Hey, so Josh, if you don't know, they are Matt is in the UK.
Right now.
Okay. Well, I hope to make it over there someday, but I don't know how soon that'll be.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm just visiting. I live in Virginia.
yeah. We just attended Download Fest. But so
Yeah, they just went to
I've got
Download
a question for you.
Okay.
So you mentioned you've been around for a little while, and the past couple of singles you said were like your real serious singles. So I've spoken to like a lot of up and coming bands, and it's just they create a band, and obviously everyone wants to make something of it, but it's just generally writing songs and just popping out the odd single here and there, and then something clicks in the head like we can actually make this we've got something here. When was that for you?
It was when we went back and started recording the newest stuff we've got now. When we went down, it was a lot of the same people we had worked with before, but it was like 5 or 6 years later, and everybody was just in a lot better place from where they were when we had worked on that. We had gotten a lot better since then. To be completely honest with you, when we first made that EP with Malcolm, we really weren't good enough to be working with a guy like him. I mean, honestly, we weren't. And by the time we went back, we'd gotten a lot better, and we had only planned to do like another EP, like we had done the first time, like 4 songs. But when we got down there and started writing with him and everything, it just all clicked. And we were writing songs that we thought were really good, and they were just coming pretty easily. And, and working, as we were working on the record, we started meeting, more people that Malcolm had connections with, like Eric Baker and then Ed Bunker. And we, just started getting more and more people in our corner that we really trusted and believed in. And now we just, we just, not just us as a band, but all the people that we're working with and we've got behind us are, outstanding. So, there were a lot of times there where it was like, man, I don't even know what we're doing, but finally it feels like we're in a good place and going the right direction.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
So if somebody's looking for you guys, what's the best way to find you guys on the interwebs?
Facebook's probably the best place to get a hold of us if you want to contact us, or Instagram, just any of the social media. If you hit us up, we'll get back to you.
All right. And the new single comes out June 23rd?
Yep.
23rd. What is today?
Today's
Today's the
14th.
14th.
So in 9 days, next week from Friday. So,
Yep.
Well, Josh, thanks for joining us, and send us the single. I've got the video, but send us the MP3, and we'll be glad to help you out wherever we can.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
No, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.